He just laughed.
Enough that we're way more comfortable than we should be. Welcome to the Midday Show. I'm Jeff Everett. He is Mark Messina, and we also have with us Jennifer Wilson, President and CEO of First Community Foundation Partnership. Did I get that right, Jennifer? Okay, because someone said that you were an executive director, and then I looked it up, and I was like, I think she's being undersold, because I was like, I'm pretty sure she might be president and CEO. You asked how long have we been doing this? Too long, because we've been having more and more guests on the show. And I forget that, for Mark and I, it's just it is what it is. It's comfortable, it's relaxed. And then you see somebody else doing it for the first time and you go, oh yeah, not everyone does this every day. So
right.
It's interesting.
And you put them on this.
A little, well, but the couch is comfortable.
No, let me just tell you, Jeff, that's Jeff's couch. He brought it from home.
I did.
She does not approve of your couch.
Oh, you don't like is it the leather?
It's the height.
Oh.
I feel like you're at an advantage.
No, that might be true.
Of course, we're at an advantage. It's a home game for us. You're on the road. We're home.
Fair enough.
So welcome to the Midday Show. Here we start every show off with the same question, and you're gonna be. It's not a great question.
Did you like how he brought us in? There was no countdown. There was no we're going.
It's natural.
In fact, you told me.
All of a sudden, he started talking. I was like, by the way, we've started.
It's just natural. Jennifer, we start every show asking Mark, and I don't know why we do this. I don't know how it started, but this is how we do it. Mark, how are you feeling today?
Because it's the most important question of the day.
It is the most important question of the day.
I am good. Did I tell you what I'm doing tonight?
What are you doing
and
tonight?
I will tell the story, and then we'll shut up and get to the president and CEO, because I'm not the president and CEO of anything. I'm a guest lecturer at a broadcasting class at the Susquehanna University.
No, you are not.
I am. My buddy.
What are you lecturing?
I think tonight he said it's about sports talk radio.
Oh.
And I am going to be. So those kids, there may be only 8 kids in the class for all I know. I mean, it's sports broadcasting. It sounds like an easy grade. But so I am going to fill the youth of America with mountains and mountains of knowledge tonight at the Susquehanna University.
Home of the Riverhawks.
Home of the Riverhawks. Crusaders to some, Riverhawks to the rest. But that's all right.
Jennifer, thank you so much for coming on today. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you for putting up with the first question that we have to start with.
We're not going to ask you how you're feeling today because we don't care.
Nice.
That was rude. You get used to Mark. It's an acquired taste.
Okay.
It's all right.
I know, Jeff.
Jennifer, real quick, give us the 60-second rundown as far as President and CEO, First Community Foundation Partnership.
Yeah.
Most people know it. FCFP?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead and give us a rundown. What do you guys do? What do you do?
Sure. So the First Community Foundation Partnership of Pennsylvania is a community foundation. We have been in existence for 105 years. And we summarize our work by saying we create powerful communities through passionate giving. So we work with philanthropists who want to ensure that their philanthropic legacy works in our community, often beyond their lifetime. So we have over 300 funds at our organization that helps us do that. And those funds turn around and create grant making opportunities. So we grant, on average, more than $4 million on an annual basis to support nonprofits across North Central Pennsylvania.
And the reason you're here today, to many of us, Raise the Region is the big. It's the one that we relate to you guys.
100%.
You talked about the grant writing. You're around all year. You do many other things, but Raise the Region is your biggest one. When did Raise the Region start?
So this is the 10th year for Raise the Region. And it's kind of a funny story how.
Well, you were there.
I was there. But so Raise the Region, to do Raise the Region, we have to have a special platform. So we have to invest in a company to create a platform to take all of these gifts. There's so many gifts. Our system can never just handle that on a regular basis. So giving days become a pretty big deal in the community foundation world prior to us, well beyond 10 years ago. But I think we were sort of early on. Lancaster and Erie had really big programs before we did in Pennsylvania. So a lot of community foundations were getting involved in these giving days, and you needed a platform, and you needed stretch dollars and prize money. And so I had a staff member who came to us. Actually, do you know Glenn Smith?
Yes.
You know Glenn Smith from Cummings.
I do know Glenn
so
Smith.
Glenn worked at FCFP.
It was his idea?
A long time ago. So we were all at a conference for community foundations. And we had been talking about this on staff for a while. We didn't have any dollars set aside to do it. So Glenn sent his card, how if you go to a trade show or a conference, your card in a fishbowl.
And he won.
He won a free platform, no fees for the first year. So he came back and he was like, I think we should do this. We don't have to pay for the platform for the first year. I was like, well, how am I going to say no? I can't say no to that. And so we started exploring, and we knew we needed a sponsor, and we needed somebody to have prize money, and we didn't have any dollars that we could use for prize money. And so I went to Blaze, and we pitched it, and he immediately said yes. And that's how it began. Glenn
Smith's business card is the key to Raise the Region. And this is the small world of it. Glenn now lives in Montour. I think he went to Warrior Run High School.
I think you're right.
And then he went to Lycoming. Okay. He married a Montoursville girl. I coached his wife in basketball 2002 or 3 or something.
So let me get this straight. You're just going to bring it back to you somehow.
He did.
I know. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Jennifer. The show should just be called. The show should just be called 7 Degrees of Separation.
Well, she said, "Do you know Glenn Smith?" All right, let's do this.
That's true.
Let's ask the question, Jeff. Do you know Glenn Smith?
I do not.
Well, see, so I'm more interesting at that moment.
That's okay. I live with that. Real quick, Jennifer, for someone, and you kind of did this, but just even maybe more in depth for someone like me who is just arrogant and didn't grow up around here and doesn't know exactly what Raise the Region is. Can you just give like the 30-second, 60-second, explain exactly what it is for people?
So Raise the Region is an online giving day. You have 30 hours essentially where you can go online to raisetheregion.org and support one of 320 different nonprofits this year. So it's a day that everyone can be a philanthropist. The smallest gift is $25, and collectively, all of those gifts make such a huge impact on our community. So it's a celebration of nonprofit work, it's a celebration of philanthropy, and the wide array of nonprofits that we have in our region.
I love the way she pitches that, where you say like anybody can be a philanthropist, because it is one of those things like every day you're not like it's not every day you get to be a philanthropist. So I like how you I like the way you. I think it's very true. I like the way that is worded because it's unique. It's not every day that you get to give or you get to be a part of philanthropy. It's very true.
We often talk about at our organization, we are fortunate. We get to work with a wide variety of individuals on their charitable work. And so but we believe very strongly that gifts, it's not about zeros. It's, generosity is not measured by how big a gift is. It's measured by what's in somebody's heart and what's meaningful to them. And this type of event really, I think, encapsulates that.
Yeah. And I just think it's something that you don't always wake up and think about. Like I don't wake up every day thinking like I might be a philanthropist today. So I like that line. I like.
Well, I do, and I think your point is like when you see someone on TV and they're like he's a philanthropist, and you think of some millionaire who's built buildings and has things, and you're right that you give $25 and you are a philanthropist to a different degree, and all of us, when you talk about
degree. I mean, a philanthropist is one who gives.
Well, to a different financial degree, but yes, it's a good point. And when you say 320 different nonprofits, I know one of the nonprofits I'm with is the Community Theater League, because I'm on the board. So that's the one a lot of my friends, and that's part of it. But if you can't find, of the 320, if you can't find one that you really believe in, then you're kind of missing out on what life's all about.
Well, I think that's a great point. They're so diverse, and so it could be the arts. We have a lot of arts organizations, but you can also look at them geographically. So I want to support the arts in Union County or Sega County, and you can kind of drill down and look at the nonprofits in the regions where they're working. But it's the arts. There's civic organizations. So we've got tons of libraries.
Interesting.
Animal shelters.
See, we're already thinking out loud. Like, can I put you on the spot? What's something? Because I'm assuming. Did you ever think?
What if she just said no? I was just waiting for her to say, "Can I put you on the spot?" No,
I just want to get to answer.
I know. I would have just passed it back to you.
That's true.
I'm sure growing up, like, I don't think anybody's like, I want to work around philanthropy. Like, I'm sure when you're a little kid, like, that's not. Did you ever envision working around philanthropy?
No, it's not something.
What is there something about philanthropy that maybe you didn't know or that people don't know? Like, is there something that surprises you? Something that you're just kind of like, oh, this is different? Because it's a world that I've never dove into. Like, I know very little about actual philanthropy. Like, it's just not something I talk about.
Because he's greedy.
No,
he's greedy. That's why.
But it's no different than volunteering to work at your kid's concession stand.
Okay.
no different than helping to raise money for team uniforms.
Okay.
Or, you know, if you think about it, it's a charitable cause, something bigger than yourself. You're doing it for not necessarily your own, just your own family. You're doing it for other people. You're doing it for your community. So really, you've been around philanthropy and not even.
And I didn't even realize I was around it.
All right. Oh, sorry. So since it started at the beginning, do you remember first year how much money you made?
I'm sure that someone has that on here, but under $1 million.
Okay, so then like how much has it grown to?
So I do know that in our collected total from just the community, not all of our sponsors, over the first 10 years, we've raised $10.2 million. In the first 9 years.
It is.
9 years. To $10.2 million.
All because of Glenn Smith's business.
He is gonna love that I did this.
I would say, like, I would never say this publicly, so no, Glenn Smith is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. He is unbelievably nice. But, you know, I went to Susquehanna, he went to Lyco, so there's that football rivalry there. So I don't want to say it publicly, but Glenn is a great guy.
I can't wait to call him after this is over.
Well, he can watch it because it's like, it'll be on our Facebook page. He can go back and watch
He can.
Glenn Smith out.
You can see it.
Right.
All right, that's what I have for Raise the Region. Is there anything else that we forgot about Raise the Region? Any other details? We're not done with the show, but I don't want to leave the Raise the Region topic unless you know what I want to give you a chance to continue.
What else? What should we know that we don't?
So I would say that as a community member, that to make sure raisetheregion.org to log on after 6 p.m. tomorrow night, and you have an opportunity to help countless nonprofits.
It starts at 6 tomorrow and ends when?
On midnight on Thursday.
So, okay, so from Wednesday at 6 to midnight on Thursday.
30 hours.
Obviously, in the world that we live in now, the best thing that people can do for their causes of choice is to share it on Facebook or any other form of social media.
So a lot of these nonprofits, I would say that the nonprofits also represent like Humming, Northumberland, Union, Snyder, Columbia, and we added Tioga County this year. So we
awesome.
Several counties.
All of our counties. All the counties that she named there are our counties here at NorthcentralPA.com.
So those are all the counties. We have wonderful sponsors that you can see on the website. We've been seeing with Alexander Family Dealerships. They've done an incredible amount.
They've been with you since the beginning.
From the very beginning. And that's up over $1 million into the project.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Thank you.
I was going to, there's 320 this year. I assume it grows every year.
It has fluctuated. So it fluctuated. We have about 50 new nonprofits this year. I think 28 of them are from the Tioga County area, so they're new to us this year. But every year is different. And then one thing you mentioned, you know, lots of nonprofits are kind of strategizing. We have a lot of prizes, so you might get emails from nonprofits that you're involved in, and they might say, we want you to make your gift between these hours because we're trying to get this prize. And we have this year, for the first time, we actually divided our nonprofits into 3 different groups. We used to do small nonprofits, large nonprofits. So that like organizations were competing with each other for prizes to make it a little fairer. Yeah. So now we have a small category, a medium category, and a large category.
Okay, here's the question. I hate talking about COVID anymore because it's been, what did COVID do to Raise the Region? Did it make it better? Did it make it worse?
So it's interesting. COVID in 2020, the shutdown happened about 2 days after Raise the Region. And the second day of Raise the Region was the day that the markets fell for the largest percentage since
Yes.
Yeah, 2008.
Right.
And so that year, certainly we fell in 2 years ago, but last year we saw a 40% increase over the previous year. We exceeded $2 million last year for the first time.
Wow.
See, and because there have been a lot of businesses, because people are just stuck home and you'll talk to like restaurants were really hurt, and we know like movie theaters and places like that were really hurt. But there are a lot of businesses that boom, and because people are stuck home, they're looking at their own walls, they're looking out drawers, and I know
they couldn't keep paint on the shelves.
Yes,
people are buying paint left and right
because
they had to keep staring at that wall.
We got to do it sometime. So it's interesting that So you guys did well. Do you know how nonprofits in general, have they struggled, or has COVID
Well, I think certainly nonprofits have been impacted by the ability to have fundraising events. I mean, that's something that certainly impacted nonprofits, but we've also seen a lot of, FCFP joined with a lot of United Ways in the early days of COVID, created these COVID-19 community funds. We allowed people to make donations so that we could make sure that we were doing additional grant making to help us with operating costs of nonprofits. And I think that time will tell. There are lots of organizations and businesses got PPP money during the first 2 years. So as things settle down, I think time will tell what the impact, long-term impact will be.
So how does it work most of the time? Do you guys reach out to the philanthropist, or do they typically, because they're a philanthropist, are they seeking and looking for you guys?
Well, I think both.
Okay.
Both. We work with so many different nonprofits, so obviously through that work, we get to meet lots of people in the community. We have a governing board, a regional governing board, and then we have advisory boards who help us do our grant making, so people help us read through grant applications.
Okay.
So we, really focus on community connections.
Okay.
And we meet people a variety of different ways, but certainly Raise the Region is our most visible platform.
The most recognizable one. See, he makes fun of me because when I fall into something, a world that I've just never been a part, like I know very little about this world, like as far as just philanthropy, donations, like just the organizations behind it, like I just don't know a lot about it. So just hearing you talk about it, it's just a different world for me.
Well, I think it's interesting, like we were talking about philanthropy, we talked about colleges, and so early in my career, I did fundraising for Like Humming, and that is why it was my first sort of entree into development, right? So it was sort of, like moving from sales and marketing into this development world of raising money professionally. Yeah. And you're right, it's not something you think about. Like when you went to college, you didn't think about someone's here raising money, helping to support this work. So you're right, it's not something that comes to mind.
No, that's why I said, that's why the more you talk, the more fascinated I am by it, because I don't think about it that often. So nice.
Jeff is one of those people, and maybe we're all like this to a degree. He either knows nothing about something or he knows everything about them, because he will be that when as he said, when he gets interested in it, he'll like spend 3 hours like talking about it.
I am like the king of the rabbit. Like once I get into that, like once I find something that I'm interested in, I just get sucked into it, and for like 2 weeks, that's all I want to read about, watch about. But then like because of that, I don't see everything outside of it. So this is the first time in my life I've ever had a chance to really talk about,
It's interesting. And like I said, I think too, if you go on the website, go to raisetheregion.org, and you can look at all of those nonprofits, and each nonprofit has their own page so you can read about the work that they do. Mm-hmm. And some nonprofits really put a ton of information that all links back to their page, so it's just a great connection point.
Yeah.
Can I say one more thing?
You say whatever you want.
Whatever you need to.
Raise the Region. So one of the things that FCFP is working on, we're working on for this nonprofits right now, is sort of like the next step for us in my mind, because we do a lot of grant making and talk about that. But we often think about how can we support nonprofits beyond just writing an individual check to the nonprofit. So Raise the Region is a great example of that. We invest in this platform that allows them to be successful with their fundraising. We provide some educational opportunities for them.
Okay.
From management, finance, development, marketing, whatever it might be. One of the next projects that we're working on is the creation of a volunteer platform.
Okay.
So almost imagine Raise the Region, not about dollars, but volunteer hours.
For people who are looking to help but don't know how to help.
So it's so funny, because one of the things I've written down here to ask you is, what if you're somebody who can't give $25? Is there a trade, or how do I give my time? So it's awesome that you're bringing that up.
Yeah. So one of the things, and we're in the early stages of this, but we have a link to it from our website. We've begun to work for nonprofits. Who, a lot of our nonprofits across the region do need and use volunteers. And oftentimes we say, I don't know how to get involved. So we're creating this volunteer network where you can, much like the Raise the Region, you can go in and look at what are the nonprofits I can give to, what are some of the causes that might be worth my charitable donation, what might be worth the time. And it will be a place where not only individuals can go on and look, but maybe even student groups or college groups that are looking for a project to be able to go in and look at a calendar and say, what are the events that are coming up? And again, in what communities, filter by community, filter by the Jamaica organization. So we're working to launch our volunteer platform this year.
Awesome.
And just to be clear, I'm guessing everybody knows this, but when people donate, they choose where the money goes. They get to select where their $25 goes or their $200 or whatever.
Yeah, so you mentioned CTL. So if you wanted to go on, you wanted to, you would go through, you scroll through, you find CTL, you click on them, and then the website will ask you how much money you want to give, and you'll be able to put that in there. And you can do more than one at a time. You don't have to be doing a different transaction. You can fill your basket.
And obviously, it's all tax deductible.
Yes, zero elimination.
So
awesome.
There you go. So now, before you go, you are going to sing some for us too. I don't know, did anyone? The girl can sing a little bit. Were you? Hold on. So I got to ask this because I'm not. I was either at a wedding or a funeral. I don't remember which one it was, but it's. You sing a lot, aren't you? No.
I did it a lot.
Were you professionally trained, or were you just good at it?
I just did it.
You were like a church choir kid singing
at
school, chorus.
When I was younger, but yeah, I love music.
So what? There we go. Oh, we're back.
We're fine.
So what's your one song? If you're like one, you get your American Idol audition. What's your one favorite song? You don't have one?
Really? You don't have like a favorite song though? Well, see, she's not going to answer any of your questions now because she's nervous that you're going to put her on the spot.
No, I'm not nervous. I'm not going to do it.
Okay, well, there you go. Did you have like a favorite artist though? Like growing up, like was there someone that? No, really.
I love Broadway. I love popular music.
Ooh, what do you like on Broadway? I'm like an in the closet like Broadway. Like I still watch Hamilton like monthly.
Oh really?
Oh my god, my girlfriend and I are. So we talked about going to see it, and then we flirted with it a couple of times, and like ticket prices, and we were just kind of like, well, wait.
That was the ticket price.
It was, and then they announced that the original cast was done, and I was like, I don't even know if I can go now. Like I can't even envision it not being the original cast. Like I can't. So I don't think we're gonna go see it.
Oh, it's so worth it. It's worth it.
Even without the original cast, because I'm just gonna be watching it. I'm just gonna be thinking like, that's not who I think it is.
You're not. That's not gonna happen.
Really?
No, you're gonna
okay.
She's telling you you're wrong, Jeff. She's telling you you're wrong.
I hope you're right.
So,
no, you're not.
What's your favorite show? Do you have a favorite Broadway show?
No, I have too many.
God, this is like women trying to order off the menu. They're like, there's too many things to choose from.
No, there are. I love a lot of.
I know. What are some that you love?
My first Broadway show was Barnum, which I was 10, so that was my first Broadway show. So that's like a special show for me. That's the first show I saw. But I love Hamilton. I love Liz. I love Secret Garden. I love lots of.
Do you have one you don't like that people like?
Ooh.
Do you have one that you're like, I don't understand why people?
No.
I still don't get Cats. I don't understand Cats. I don't understand why people like Cats.
Oh,
Do you like it? Is there?
Memories.
Is
all
there?
I know.
Because memories, that's all I know. Cats is the one that like I don't like when people are like I like this, I like that, and then someone will be like I like Cats, and I'm like I don't get it. Like I couldn't relate to it. I didn't find the music that great.
Did you see Wicked?
I did. Not live, but I've seen like different. I thought the music, like personally, I don't relate well to Wicked. However, the music is fantastic. It's really, really good. What's the one? My girlfriend still to this day sings about the oh my goodness, you know which one I'm talking about. I don't even have to say it. Something about it's either falling. Is it falling or
From Wicked?
Yes.
Defying Gravity.
Defying Gravity. Thank you. To this day, she's still walking around the house singing it. So, yeah, enjoyed it.
No, because I know over the director at the CTL, or they have multiple directors, but one of them was directing a show, and I don't want to tell which one because I don't want to. But they're like, actually, I like the challenge of the directing and the stuff, but I don't really like the music of this show. And it was just fascinating because you think like a theater person loves everything, and they're like, no, there are some songs that I just don't like, so I can't really help the person who has to sing that song because I'm like, I don't like this song. So, and just because like Broadway has this feel, but there's so many different styles. So, so that's why I wondered if there was any that you were just like, so you like Cats.
I love the arts, period.
That's fine. Do you have a favorite movie?
No, there's too many. She loves them all.
Too many. She loves them all. It's so.
You have a favorite movie? You really?
Oh my God, I have like my top 50 like laid out. Like I know like which one's 1, which one's 7, which one's Shawshank Redemption.
Listen, that did come to my mind.
Okay, that is by far that's my number 1 without a doubt.
It is pretty good. It's my top 5.
Thank you, Mark. Yours is Good Will Hunting, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was not a very like.
No, I'm just surprised. I guess a little surprised.
Okay.
Why? Why are you surprised?
He's
and
huge.
Jeff and I argue about the ending of Good Will Hunting because Jeff just doesn't get it. He just doesn't get it. But anyway, be that as it may.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that you wanted to? Because again, this show goes off the rails quickly. So if there's something else that you wanted to,
now's a good time maybe for like.
So just to wrap, Raise the Region. So where do people go to give money? It starts tomorrow at 6. And it runs Thursday through midnight.
Correct.
Yes. Where should people log on?
www.raisetheregion.org.
There you go.
Okay.
RaiseTheRegion.org. You can Google it. You can find it. And again, when you're going through your social media, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or whatever, if your friends, well, obviously, generally your friends are involved in the same things that you're in, or you have similar interests. So go through, and they will have links, and they are posted all over the place. If you're looking to give money to Raise the Region in that 30-hour window or whatever it is, you can find it.
You are correct.
okay. And there's no such thing as too much or too little. Is that correct? Okay. There we go. So opportunity. What's the line? It's your opportunity to be a philanthropist. Everyone is a philanthropist.
Is that? Did you make that up live, or is that your catchphrase?
I thought we'd say it. I mean, we believe that about this event.
Okay.
That is, to me, the essence of this.
Well, I think, as you said about the volunteering part, I think a lot more people would not even of their money. I think in our world, it's easier to give your money than your time. They would give their time if they knew how to, or if they knew how easy it was, or just like they're doing this. We need volunteers for a night or for a weekend or something, because people think like, I'm going to join the Lions Club and now I'm like in the Lions Club for the rest of my life. But there are so many of these nonprofits that do events that they need help for a week or a day.
Or packing boxes at a food bank or whatever it may be. So small periods of time, a cleanup day at a nonprofit, yard work or whatever.
No, makes perfect sense.
I'm thinking of more questions. Like, are there high schools and colleges? How many kids are involved in? Oh, you haven't started the volunteer app yet, so you're going to find out. But that would be part of it.
Yeah, there are tons of many colleges, community service departments at colleges, and even in the service clubs at local high schools. There's talking kids looking to do volunteer work, and we just felt like this could be something that we can invest in to help create those connections.
When is that launching?
We have it on our website now, but it's just a matter of us getting. It's kind of like Raise the Region. Really the onus is on the nonprofit to make sure that the information is up on Raise the Region. And so this will be the same thing. It'll be as good as the information that nonprofits decide to put in. We'll determine how.
Yeah, and now we are thinking out loud. I think the high schools and the colleges will be very beneficial to them, because you're right. There's all those high school clubs that are looking for service hours. In some places, it's kind of like a requirement, and you'll be able to easily find places.
Like the National Honor Society and your National Honor Society, something like that.
Yeah.
But there haven't been, up until really the past couple weeks, maybe months, have there been opportunities to really?
Well, COVID
Sure. Yeah. Interesting.
Hope to have this ready, and now that things are kind of normalizing.
Yeah. I think I know why she doesn't like the couch now. Because she's not sitting back.
No, if you get too comfortable on the couch, you'll be out.
You'll be snoozing.
You'll wake up an hour later and say,
"What happened to my day?"
Well, we would adjust, but I was sitting there and I was like, she's the first person to not like the couch, and obviously I'm biased because it's my couch.
And she didn't say like, this couch is okay. She's like, I don't like this couch.
She's like, I don't like it.
I didn't use any
No, that's fair. But that's what it is.
Because you're up, then you're like down. I like to be eye level.
No, I'm totally get that. I was like, gosh, like how could she not like this couch? And then it dawned on me, she's not engaging in the couch.
Yeah, she hasn't given the couch a fair chance.
She hasn't fully committed to the couch.
Yeah,
Is what it is. That's fair as well.
She had a bad attitude.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. Just one last 10-second plug for anybody who wasn't on the show earlier.
Sure. Go to raisetheregion.org to make a gift to your favorite nonprofit or as many nonprofits as you would like in North Central Pennsylvania, starting tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, ending midnight on Thursday.
It is like we were talking about Thon at Penn State. It's the best thing about Penn State. This is of our region. This is the greatest day and a half of fundraising of nonprofit. Not even just for fundraising, but just awareness that these programs are there, that they need your support, both financially and your time. And so this is a wonderful thing. And all thanks to Glenn Smith.
Oh, Jennifer, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
You guys do a great job.
Thank you guys for watching the Midday Show. Thank you to Weiss Markets for being our title sponsor. And be sure to go to NorthcentralPa.com for all of your local news.
Next time we'll get her to sing.
I'm Jeff Everett. She is Jennifer Wilson. He is Mark Messina. Thanks for watching the Midday Show.
We'll see you.